Episodes 8, 9, and 10 is hanging in the balance. But up to now, we know that Unique is out and he's about his takeover from Rock. Rock is being put to pasture by Stefano, who wants Marvin to step in those shoes. Snaps and Pop admitted that they don't work with Rock. Quan has fired Rock from his organization and rehired the dead Unique. So now, what's to come after the break for Power Book 3, Raising Kanan Season 4? Well, the first thing is the thing they've been hanging over our heads for a while now, the unresolved mystery of who killed Famous. Famous has become more famous dead than alive. Heads has been bobbing and weaving from Marvin to Rock and a few other characters. And after some consideration, it's time for me to throw my theory against the wall and see what's the 411. Hopefully by the season finale. This has been the longest unsolved minor character murder in Power's history. Hello, Power veterans. Lady Vet here. And I'm hoping that you're enjoying the spring season and all that it has to offer. I have a few theories about the death of Famous, but this video is about a specific one. First, I need you to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Touch that like button and share your thoughts in the comments. Now let's break this theory down. Kanan was driving around the hood looking for the missing OC, and he's on a mission to find the killer of his friend Famous. So in the midst of his cruising around, he spots Rock on the side of the street giving a bag to Officers Buckley and Rowland. Like you, I too am wondering why the writers got Rock out there like that, paying off law enforcement on the sidewalk. I don't know, and thankfully this video ain't that. Anyway, during Kanan's search for the killer, he was pointed in the direction of Freddy's old crew. So he got Jukebox and they pulled up on Freddy's crew, who said that they weren't really riding with Freddy like that and that they weren't really on his team. The whole time, Jukebox was seeing red, so she wanted to unalive them and get back to her life, of which I might add is drastically changing. But once the guys understood that Kanan and Jukebox were about business, their I don't know nothing demeanor turned to maybe I might know something, and began to talk about some barbershop talk of the police putting Famous down. Kanan and Jukebox quickly left the scene with talk now pointing them away from Freddy's old crew. Later, Kanan and Jukebox had a meet where Kanan thought hard about the police theory, but Jukebox shared that there would have been a payoff for the police to put in that work. So when Kanan saw Rock paying the police, he immediately surmised she killed Famous. No doubt Kanan is on to something, but that something is based on Rock's past history. The problem is twofold. Rock's history has never been about torturing, and Kanan despises his mother so much that it's hard for him to look at anyone else, mainly because it's easier for Kanan to project his bull on Rock. He needs Rock to be a total mess up for him to look good. Even his sidekick slash cousin would say, Kanan, don't F this up. But that never stopped Kanan before. So now he's got a keen eye on Rock. In my opinion, Rock didn't kill or pay to have Famous killed. And if Kanan is as smart as he claims to be, and paying the police is driving his belief, then why not start with the people he saw paying off the police before he saw Rock? Why not begin with Snaps and Pop? In the many twists and turns in the Power universe, it's no mistake that the writers would allow us to see Kanan witness Snaps and Pop pay police just as he witnessed Rock pay police. Clearly, Kanan has not reached the level of which police will tax him too.
I ain't jumping rope no more. Fuck's that mean? Means that I ain't playing games. I know y'all not gonna tell me who's supplying them, and I ain't even asking. But I'm just telling you to stay the fuck away from Kanan.
Now we're getting into my theory of who killed Famous.
But Pop and I, we ain't in Kanan's village. And you ain't in our league, Rock.
When you see me sitting here, you don't see who's standing behind me.
In my opinion, Snaps and Pop had the largest motive to take Famous out, and it circles around protecting their 401k and wanting to get at Rock in the worst way. Take her son for themselves and take Rock out of the game as a show of power.
Now Stefano is only standing by you until we tell him to sit the fuck down. So let me see.
They had a problem with Rock since she sashayed into their place of business and told them, not asked them, she told them to leave her son alone. Snaps felt threatened and wanted to prove a point to Rock ever since.
This shit stopped being about Ronnie the moment that she came strolling in here, telling us what to do. This shit is about us now. And nobody fucks with us.
What better show of Raquel? You should have bowed down and kissed the OG ring. And how dare you stop our money bag by taking out Juliana? Their message to Rock was, we paved the ground that you're walking on. But Rock's message to them was, hush that noise unless you're the nigga turning out the lights. I see that Famous could easily have become a casualty of war as Snaps and Pop are beginning to turn out the lights on Rock. After all, it was Snaps and Pop who knew that Ronnie missed in taking Rock off the board. It was Snaps and Pop who knew that Kanan was going to take Ronnie off the board. It was Snaps and Pop who knew the exact amount that needed to be paid as ransom for Kanan. It was Snaps and Pop who owned Ronnie before and now owns Kanan. It was Kanan who said that Famous liked to talk a lot. Could Famous's talking affect Snaps and Pop's 401k investment? If, in fact, the police were paid to torture Famous, who paid them? The thing is that Rock is one of the toughest Thomas siblings, and she has always danced to the tune of her own drums. So would now be any different? No, I don't think so. Rock has always been a smart hustler, and this is no different. Things will not be easy for Rock now that it seems no one has her back, and the one she loves the most hates her enough that he would double-cross her. But I would never underestimate the moves of Raquel Thomas, nor would I underestimate the moves of the OGs Snaps and Pop. In this mess, one will take the L, and normally I would say that Rock has to take the L, but not so quick, because while the OGs are fighting for their 401k and power, as they call themselves Switzerland until they're not, meaning when things go down and get messy, they fall back and avoid any involvement, leaving them neutral, letting the chips fall where they may. And when they are no longer Switzerland, which is where they are now, they are no longer neutral. They have rolled up their sleeves and are ready to get busy. They are in it to win it. They must follow through with what they have started, to take Rock out or at least out of the game, even if they have to take sides with another version of Ronnie Mathis, his baby brother, who is now probably crazier than Ronnie. Let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you in the next video.